Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for Basketball Wives, the reunion part 1. Let me go ahead and send my mic. Alright, because I want you to be able to hear me clearly and I want as least echo as possible. It's damn near impossible. For some reason, there's furniture in this room. So I don't understand. But anyway, a whole bed is in here, okay? A whole chair, okay? A TV stand, all right? We probably need a rug in here, but I need to be able to slide things across the floor easily. So that would be, I don't know. But anyway, I'm sorry. In my life, before we get into Basketball Wives, please support your girl's channel. Down below is my Patreon account. You can become a member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. I also have a Cash App and a PayPal. Okay. Thank you so much to all my bonbons. I love y'all. Just be dropping a little on me here, a little bit on me there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the notes. Evelyn is still talking about OG's toe. Okay, we opened the episode with the behind the scenes stuff. Everybody wants to be like Real Housewives of Atlanta now. We gotta have like backstage footage. We gotta be there from the time y'all jump out the car to when y'all get in the makeup chair and give y'all opinions and talk about stuff we didn't know had happened and all of this here. Like okay, so Deshaun Dia, if you don't know who that is, think about it, okay? Deshaun Dia and Evelyn talk about how OG posted about Chad. And this is when she posted her receipts with the text messages and conversations and penis pics that she got from Chad Ochocinco. So there's that. And then they get into this conversation about OG pushing Shawnee, okay? And then OG bucked on production and she pushed the cameraman. And you guys, when they actually show us the footage of these examples, now Vashonzia, like, girl, I need you to stop. I need you to stop. OG won't be near them. So apparently they've leveraged their attendance at the reunion on whether OG is sitting on the stage with them. They want OG to be separate from them. So they've built some cute little smaller stage that they want to put OG and maybe put Cece and Jackie on there for a while, or maybe just Cece, you know what I'm saying? But just try Tammy. They wanted to put Tammy on there. But see, Tammy was like, child, I'm not even showing up for this. I'm not showing up for this. I had a cough. I had an allergic reaction, okay? Meanwhile, I'm at home like, bitch, I do not have time for that. They got me down. Ooh, got me down. Not they, not one. When Mark Lamont, the host, takes this information that OG can't be on the same couch as the other ladies, she says, well, if you guys aren't going to put me on the couch where I deserve to be, then I'm just gonna have to leave, okay? And they're trying to get OG not to leave. So we spend the first 2 hours that they were supposed to be taping trying to work out this situation. All for Evelyn and Shawnee and them to go on stage and act as if OG and everybody else is holding up the situation when really you're the one that's created the problem. You lost, okay? And I just don't understand. But you know what? I got to remember how flawed you really are, okay? Because you are so flawed that you can't just admit defeat and be graceful about it. Oh, no. But see, then if you would be graceful about being defeated in battle, then you would be graceful about aging. And you're not doing that. So, I don't know what I was expecting of you, Evelyn. I really don't. However, Mark goes to Jackie and then to Cece to try to get them to go and talk to OG. And Cece ends up saying, if OG isn't going to get what she needs, I'm going to leave as well. Okay, now Jackie been here too long. She ain't about to do that. Okay, Jackie got to be up there on that stage. All right, that's what Jackie came here for. And she could have just stayed at home if she wasn't going to be what she wanted to be seated when she gets out there. So that's a whole nother issue that's going to take place. But back to this situation. The thing that killed me was when Mark Lamont decided he wanted to show her what the set looked like as if that was of any importance. That did not even matter to the situation, how the set looks. Oh, look, it's super cute. Like, no, that we don't even care about that. The point is, you cannot try to section me off and act like I am this violent person. And it almost felt like if she would have went along with that, it was her saying, oh yeah, I'm violent. And that's why I'm so glad that she left initially, okay? Now, she ended up coming back. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there right now. We ain't going to wait to the end. She ends up coming back. But, you know, she comes back and I feel like we're going to get some satisfaction. I already got some satisfaction out of Kwame being on stage next to her, but we'll wait for that. Let's continue on in order, okay? Now, this past week, so much has been taking place. Evelyn has filed a restraining order, and she's also filed a lawsuit for defamation, I believe, against OG because OG called her a racist and a bigot. And so I just kind of feel like this is her having a temper tantrum and trying to now step it up because she lost the battle that she's used to winning. You're supposed to be big bad Evelyn, and you literally got your ass handed to you like 3 times in 2 episodes. Like, actually kind of like 4 times in 2 episodes. It was a lot of you having your jaw dropped. It was a lot of you feeling played. It was a lot of you looking like a fool, okay? And looking like a woman who doesn't have any children patting on your puss the way you were, okay? So there's a lot that happened, and I believe that you losing any money is your fault because guess what? You've done it before. This is a reflection of your behavior, not OG's. I do believe that OG has the terminology messed up. It's not racist. It's prejudice. It's prejudice, okay? It's classist. It's very much prejudice and classes, okay? Because you're only cool with people who have greater wealth than you or same wealth as you. That's when it's cool, especially when they have a little bit more and you can use them in some way to procure a relationship or whatever. Like, Evelyn is a user. So I feel like it's amazing to me that after you have coined yourself this badass, that you want to now get a lawyer and lawyer up when somebody hasn't even done anything to you. I just think that when people realize how strong OG is physically, it now becomes scary for them because they are used to being able to scream and bite people's heads off and throw glasses and bottles. Like, somebody put up the old video of when Evelyn and Reese got into it and she threw a lit candle at Reese. Like, and then Reese threw a glass and it looked like the glass actually connected with her face. That looked like it actually hit her in the face. I wasn't sure. But either way, things have been worse on this show. Okay? Things have been far worse on this show. She has doused people on this show. She has thrown a bottle at your head, Shawnee. But somehow, OG pushing you a little too hard when she was trying to get to Phoebe's ass, it's all of a sudden violence. You have been pushed out of the way many a time. Stay out of the fight and get more security. Love and Hip Hop has more security. You don't see Mona and Stephanie and them and any of those other producers jumping in no fights to break nobody up. No, they got the crazy 88s for that. Okay, shout out to Roxanne. So I just kind of feel like you put yourself in this situation, and when you find out how strong somebody really is, now you mad and all of that. I think she's really like underlyingly mad about the fact that OG pushed her out the way when she was going at Phoebe. But when somebody is upset and they going at somebody, move, get out the way. Your back can't handle this no more, Shawnee. All right? And here's the thing. Yes, you can call OG aggressive. OG has admitted that she is aggressive. It is a part of her nature, even as a football player. But the problem starts when we have to now act like you didn't lose the first show, or you haven't had problem keeping sponsors over the years, which is why y'all took such a long hiatus, because there's already been aggression on this show. Vashonda? Or Vashonzia? Whatever it is? Vashonzia? I cannot. So when I read one of the stories, because the last story that they put out was OG was not only rude to the castmates, she was rude to the staff, and that's what they presented at the reunion show. You know, Evelyn and her are having this conversation and it's being presented, and OG actually said that I'm a princess, I outrank all of them out there and everybody in here, and you know, it's because of her African and family's royalty and all of that type of stuff, and that's great, you know what I'm saying? So I had pause for that moment, but at the end of the day, it's them out there. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, the fact that she can stand in who she is and say what I did and defend myself and be just what I say I'm about makes her better than every hypocrite that's sitting on that stage acting like they haven't thrown a bottle at their boss's head or a table in her direction. Okay? Vashondia may not have, been the target, but she's been caught in the line of fire many a times. And so people can only assume that y'all issue with OG has to be something that's on a deeper underlying level. And especially because of the way you consistently call her aggressive and violent as if she's actually put her hands on someone. But your best buddy did. And your excuse for allowing Evelyn to do it while trying to persecute OG and be scared enough not to allow her on the stage is that you've known her for 14 years. Because that matters. Get the whole show off. Get the whole show off. It's over. It's done. The era is completed. Let it go. So once OG and Cece left, Jackie is upset because they don't have her seated next to Mark Lamont, and she feels like like hell to the nah. I'm sitting next to him, and until y'all can figure this out, I'll be in my dressing room, and you let me know if this gonna happen. If not, I can just go home. Okay, because I already told y'all what it was before I came here. I already told y'all what I had said I wanted, and I'm like, y'all better give Jackie her seat. I mean, in all honesty, if OG would have been there, if we're going off the base way that Real Housewives does it, and I hate that that's what we say, but they're like the upper echelon for this foolishness, and they are always lined up based off of Queen Bee and the person that's been as influential on the show, and also adversarial to whoever the Queen Bee might be. Okay, you always see Nene is in that first spot next to Andy, right? And you've seen Candy go from being on the other side right next to Andy to next to Nene. Okay, you've seen Kenya go in that spot to behind somebody. You saw Kim go in that spot when she came on stage, and it's because it's the person that has been the most adversarial. They have to go on the other side. So if we're looking at it like that, OG probably would have been there. Jackie and Cece all would have been, and Jen all would have been seated together, and then you would have had, the fraudulent on the other side all seated together. That's how that should have went. But they messed it all up. They could have had a 3-parter. They really could have. They actually messed up their own ratings by doing this. When I was on Twitter tonight, there were not nearly as many people tweeting about the reunion because people are really aggravated about it. People are really mad. And then for Shawnee to get online and tell everybody that we're too invested, it's like, girl, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you seriously telling the people who keep your show going that they are feeling too much about it? Is that what you're saying? But I bet if we were on y'all's side about this, you wouldn't be saying that. You'd be saying the show is a hit. The show is doing great. After all these years, we came back, we smashed. You would have been patting yourself on the back if everybody was on your side. But because we're not, because we're calling out what we see, now all of a sudden we're too invested. Well, I think you're too invested in making OG look like a villain. I think you're too invested in protecting Evelyn, first of all, because if you didn't have money, that trick would not be a real friend to you, because she's not a real friend to anybody. But she knows as long as y'all two are friends, she can always get a check. So they rearranged the seating for Jackie. At first, Evelyn was like, I'll move. But then when they said it was because Jackie was threatening not to come out, she was like, well, I'm going to just sit here then, just because of that. I'm going to just sit here then. But then she's like, you know what? These people in the audience been sitting out here for so long. I just dogged them for making it take long. I'm going to just get up and sit next to Shawnee. I want to sit next to Shawnee anyway. Laquisha had the nerve to say that Jackie was being dramatic about the seating arrangement. And then when Jackie got moved to her side of the sofa and was seated right by Mark Lamont, she then gets upset and moves and squeezes herself in between Jen and Evelyn and Vashondia. Vashondia was like, I'm sticking to it. Do you hear me? Okay? I am committed. Okay? Look, Vashondia asked if Laquisha was okay because she was sitting next to Jen. And she was like, oh, she all right. She all right. She ain't say nothing about my kid. And I'm just like, and neither did Jackie. Laquisha? Jackie didn't say anything about your kid. Jackie said Jen said something about your kid. Whoo, Jesus. So they actually finally get into the reunion with 17 minutes in. 17 minutes in. Okay. Jen says she wasn't there last year because they threw the table ladder. Okay. They say Tammy had a medical emergency. We know that's a lie. Mark says OG isn't there because of Evelyn, and Cece bounced because OG said she was bouncing. Okay. Vashondia says we haven't seen when OG was trying to fight Phoebe and Vashondia got pushed in the melee. I talked about that already. Y'all, that's when somebody is mad and they trying to get to you and they push you out the way. Everybody on this show that's trying to get to somebody has done that. So I'm not even, it's just it probably the push was stronger and Shawnee's back is older now. Okay. So then we talk about crystals on Evelyn's cooch, and she said that it was wet, I think. I don't know. She's always telling us about the latitude, longitude, temperature, and like all of this. She's giving us the five senses on her cooch like we asked her for that information, and then she's trying to find out if Mark is single, and that's on some like thought shit. So ooh. Phoebe says Jackie would drag anything that she said out, and it's like, nah, girl, stop lying. You just be lying. You be talking mad shit, and then when people say that you was said shit, then you get upset and want to act like it's Jackie's fault when you were doing the same thing. If you had heard something about the posse, what you did, you went back and told the posse, and that's exactly the same thing that Jackie did. So you sitting up here trying to act like Jackie's crazy because she was getting you called out on your lies? Phoebe, please stop and figure out what's going on with your teeth. They're too big for your head. They're too big for your body. What's going on with those teeth? Phoebe persists that she wasn't trying to diss Tammy and that she really wanted to be friends with Jackie the most, and Jackie was supposed to teach her how to get a man, but really, Jackie is crazy and a hater and she wants her body and all of that. And then Jackie's like, girl, please, all this milk and ease. All this milk and ease. I said no. Nobody was expecting that, and Phoebe laughed, and Lord, Phoebe's wig, the glue, it's betraying her. Whoever glued her wig down has betrayed her. Okay, it's not cool. And whatever storefront she went to get her teeth fixed, that was a mistake. Evelyn says that maybe she shouldn't have said, to Jen that, oh, your mother dies and you become an asshole. Like, maybe she shouldn't have said that. But at the same time, she feels like Jen was using it as an excuse. And Jen says that's bullshit. I was kind of here for Jen. I feel like Jen has been liberated in some type of way. So there's kind of a level of I don't give up about it. And I'm so appreciative of that. Like, I'm kind of here for it. But I also feel like Jen is not that much of a different person as Evelyn is trying to make it seem. Jen is exactly the same person. She's just now, pushing her negativity towards you, but it's because you did it to her. You dragged her on social media. Y'all was supposed to be two grown women who were friends, and you got online and dragged your so-called friend because she told you that the dude that you was sprung off after knowing him for 5 minutes was a dog, and he was a dog. Okay? So you the friend that you can't tell your man cheating on you because you're going to get mad and be mad at me talking about I'm jealous and all of that. You that girl, okay? Which makes me think about something else, but I'm going to let it go because I don't even want to go there. Shawnee doesn't like that Jen talked about Evelyn messing with Shaq. That's my baby daddy. And when you talking about my baby daddy, you talking about my kids. And it's like, oh my God. Okay, she wants to leave in all of this because Jen kind of agreed to something. So they were talking about how in one moment she was saying that it did happen, and then the next moment she was saying that it didn't happen. But that's not what she said. Kristen told that back differently from the way that Jen remembers saying it, and I'm mad they didn't play the clip when she said that, you know, this is nothing new. It's not like he hasn't cheated before. She's talked about it, okay? So I don't know why she's so mad at me. It wasn't like she was now denying that it happened. She was just now saying that it's not like this would be the first time. That's what she's saying. But when Mark was like, so do you see how that can be confusing? Or do you understand how they could take it that way? She was like, yeah, I can see how they could take it that way. But she never denied, never actually said that it didn't happen or I lied about it. She never actually said that out her mouth on that stage. So I feel like there's something going on there. And then Shawnee gets upset and walks off the set during the break because she's upset and doesn't want to be on the stage with someone that's disrespecting her baby daddy. But then she comes back on stage and tries to make us believe that ain't nothing going on between her and Shaq. They not getting back together, but she's single and ready to mingle. And I'm just kind of like, then OG, okay, look, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Then OG comes back and they're rolling their eyes. They're upset. I'm like, I thought y'all would be happy. Now y'all got a chance to say what y'all wanted to say to her. I thought y'all would be happy she came back. But it's crazy to me. I feel like Vashondia is no longer impartial in the way that an executive producer really should be on this show. The way she has been in the past, supposedly. She is completely biased and then is able to create a narrative on the show because of who she is on the show as an executive producer. So she's like kind of using her power in a way to make this girl look a certain way. And it's actually not happening in the edit. And I think that's hilarious. Just like they tried to get an audience that reflected how Vashondia and Evelyn felt. I don't care what nobody say. There were way too many people in that audience who were agreeing with the things that Vashondia and Evelyn were saying about OG. It does not reflect social media. It does not reflect the way people are in my comments, okay? Like, at all. So I felt like they must have purposefully made that crowd like that. But the one girl, the one girl that got through, all right, hold up. I gotta find her on my Twitter because I talked to her tonight and we followed each other and stuff because I thought that was two kicks, y'all. There was this one girl who was making all of the facial expressions that we were feeling in our souls as we was watching this, okay? Like she was like, it was giving so much face. Okay, so on Twitter she's she's Tedra. I think it's Tedra because it's Teddra, but I'll put it on the bottom of the screen or I'll put it in the comments or something, but I'm gonna put it somewhere so y'all can see it. But Tedra, I hope I'm saying it right. I hope it's not Tedra. I feel like if it was Tedra, it'd be two E's, right? But you never know. But I'm going to just say Tedra because that's what, you know, the spelling is telling me in my soul. So Tedra was in the audience, the only one with realistic facial expressions for how we feel about this show. And they were editing her facial expressions in purposefully. So whoever is in production, I feel like they're trying to make it seem like, oh, OG has made all of the production people feel uncomfortable. And that's why they don't want her on the set. It's not just the cast, it's the production too. But then whoever's in editing, I guess didn't get the memo that we didn't like OG. Because editing has been like putting things together. And even that clip that got put out that actually showed Evelyn being swung by OG that they edited out of the actual episode. Who uploaded that? There's somebody on production that likes OG, okay? Because even though Shawnee is trying to push a narrative, it's still being shown in a way that seems like, girl, we don't believe that. We don't believe that. And we're not editing it that way because that's not what had happened. Oh my God, I love it. So when OG came out, they got on the colorism thing, and Laquisha asked the other brown girls, Kristen and Jen, if they feel like they're begging to be there. And I was like, you didn't even give them a chance to answer, and nobody really responded. But in all honesty, Kristen and Jen at one point or another have been begging to be a part of this show. Kristen threw Cece, her own family, under the bus so that she could be cool with Evelyn and Jen and Shawnee. Like, you did that. So yes, you were begging to be a part of this show. And Jen, last season when you felt ostracized and you was trying to get back in cool, even this season when you was crying, apologizing to Evelyn for whatever reason, okay? During those times, you were begging to be a part of this clique. And I do believe there is a part of you that wanted to be back a part of this because of what y'all probably was to one another. Y'all had fun making fun of other people together, okay? But now that they've turned on you and they don't seem to really be letting up about it, I feel like now Jen is just like, forget y'all. I'ma just do me. And if that includes telling the truth about y'all, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But she didn't say nothing in this moment, but still, I that's the attitude I'm getting from Jen, so we'll see more of that next episode. But the whole colorism thing, Malaysia was trying to make this point, and let's be very clear. I feel like there are levels to this. There are levels to this. Yes, brown-skinned girls may get treated a little bit worse, in certain situations than girls my complexion. Just like I don't get treated as good as girls that are lighter than me, that I consider the real light-skinned girls, okay? But that's because I'm from New Orleans and there's been like a grave understanding of what light skin is deemed. You're light skin when you can almost pass for us, okay? So me, this is not light skin to me, okay? I've never been called a yellow girl. I've been called a red girl. Okay, but not a yellow girl. Okay, yellow girls are light girls. Okay, but never mind. Okay, that's some New Orleans semantics for everybody. But Kristen, you from New Orleans, and you know very well that your hair texture and your facial features make your skin tone less of an issue for you. Okay? Less of an issue for you because of your texture of hair and your facial features, okay? And the fact that you are from New Orleans, I'm telling y'all, not many people was out here ribbing Ashley Banks, okay? Because that's exactly what Kristen gives, all right? So there's that. And then Jen, it has been privileged her entire life, okay? Her entire life, Jen has been privileged. So I'm sure her experience still maybe bad, but not as bad as what OG's experience has been actually being African, okay? And what we mean is, not from America. Her people are from Africa. She may have grew up here, okay? But her family is from Africa. She is Nigerian, okay? I got it this time, y'all. I remember now the Nigerian knockout. There's so many countries swirling around in my head because of 90 Day Fiance. I'm sorry, okay? Sometimes I say the wrong thing. But y'all get my point. There are levels to this, and you can definitely still treat somebody who is darker than the other women on the show. Regardless, she is darker than everybody. She is also, African, so her facial features are her facial features, which are broad, like African people's, facial, especially Nigerian people, they have broad noses and high cheekbones. And I actually think that OG is very pretty. I think it's all about how she does her makeup and her hair, because when she wears that soft curly black hair and she does her makeup good, homegirl looks good. And I don't care what anybody has to say, okay? I've already said that anybody who thinks she's ugly, it is your mind's, okay, messed up way of dealing with the colorism issues that have been put on us, okay? Like, you look at her that way because of what the world has told you that those facial features put together for you. That's why, okay? Like, we're not going to argue about that. You can comment, but I'm not going to argue with you about it. It is what it is, okay? And I do believe that plays a part in why Shawnee behaves the way she does towards OG. And I think that people like Malaysia and the rest of y'all are going along to continue to receive y'all check, because y'all realize that you can be thanked for your services at any moment now if homegirl don't like y'all. And nobody wants to watch a show where the person controlling what people say is the person who controls the checkbook. Nobody wants to deal with that. The people who control the check do not dictate what goes on the show in this way. Andy only shows up at the reunion. Okay, and Shawnee is there throughout dictating scenarios and narratives, and that's, I'm sorry, but I just don't like it, and I don't think it's cool. So I'm really over it at this point. Malaysia says that OG tried to go at Kristen and she's mad no one wants to mess with her because of it. And I feel like that's bullshit because they were still treating OG bad before she said that about Thomas and Byron. Before she said that y'all was treating her bad. So that's bull to me. Kwame jumps in and he's mad because they called them gay, or you know, the F word. Okay, they called them that. And Phoebe says that, so what, you ain't gonna do nothing about it. She running off at the mouth. Like the person who's going to do the least damage ain't gonna bust a grape in a food fight, but running their mouth hard as a mug, okay? And he basically ends up telling her out here making them whack ass music videos that ain't going nowhere. You need to find your man. Get your man back. Kwame came out there and went off on everybody, and y'all faces was to the floor, okay? And Phoebe, please, your jaw should be tired trying to carry them heavy ass teeth. Please be quiet. But yeah, y'all, that was everything that went down. I feel like I talked too much in this review, but I hope y'all enjoyed it nonetheless. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. I love y'all. And if I watched this so you didn't have to, you make me feel good about it. Okay, look. I had some purpose today, Jesus. Okay, look. I'm just playing. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one.